Well, as we said, it's time now for In Other News, where we break away from the hard-hitting news and focus on a much lighter topic to end off the show. For the past 13 years, David Genaro, played by veteran actor Jamie Bartlett, graced our screens and kept viewers glued to the popular ETV soapy Rhythm City. Over the years, viewers have watched Genaro go through different phases, difficult and, yes, as hard as it was to believe, emotions. This week, however, we saw the indestructible Genaro take a bow with a very dramatic exit. If you missed it, here's a snippet.
Let me tell you, I cannot end! I am Genaro! David Genaro cannot die.
What an intense moment. Ladies and gentlemen, he needs no introduction. Jamie, good morning.
Good morning to you. And sanbonani lonke.
Sawubona. And I look, when we were playing that promo, I wish they could have gotten your reaction just to show the viewers. You literally just went for it and you were looking, and we were all just captivated by how intense it's been. But it's been 13 years of captivating viewership where you have just been going through a lot of different seasons as David Genaro. He's no more. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very relieved.
Why?
I think, you know, I had to really drill him and to bellow oxygen into him. It's been undulating and meandering. The storyline's very engaging. And it's come to pass. And I feel really relieved. I can sit down and have a very big think.
and what people don't know is, and I've always wondered this myself, is that when you go into Genaro, when you go into that mindset and you are on set and you're about to, you know, talk the camera through your storylines, are those words your own or are they written for you?
Do you know what I do is I prep very hard on the text, where the audience needs to be, where do we need to leave the scene, what's of import in the line, the arc of the scene, and or a bigger arc. I understand that really well, and then what I do is I just collide dialogue and metaphorical language in there, often cutting a lot of lines because I like to work with pictures much more because that's what the medium is. So I'd say that some of the dialogue, or a good percentage of it, is mine.
And what goes into David Genaro? What goes into you walking on set and assuming that character and saying, now I'm no longer Jamie, I'm going hard, I need to be as intense? Because even your exit moment, you were refusing to die and you went out with a bang.
Yeah, I mean, even the tattoo that I chose, the Japanese symbol that is normally there.
Yes.
That symbol I chose, ironically, is the symbol in Japanese of immortality. And he refused. He just refused to go. He believed that he was beyond going. He's died 10 years ago in his marriage to Kibetsu, the character Lucilla. And he came back, and he actually believed toward the end of this arc that he was indelible. There's just no ways you could erase him. And I wanted to defend that, surrender and defend a character who didn't believe that you could kill him. But it's been really a real gas to step into his shoes. I feel very privileged, and thank you to everybody.
And what are some of your favorite moments with Genaro?
You know, my favorite moments are some of the great arcs with Mduduzi Mabaso's character Suffocate, with Lerato, played by Samkelo and Globo, with Lucilla, Kibetsu, with Nolo Piri, the great love scenes, the big loves, the duplicitous behavior, and the big moments about realizing that you're getting into the umbilical connection of children children in South Sudan, children in Uganda, little girls, and their grandmother sitting next to them of 80 years old. When you realize that you're hooking into right across the age and the gender barrier.
And some people don't know that as you talk about this big prep, you would arrive so early on set.
Yes.
That you start getting yourself ready for that. Tell us about that moment, just every day, your routine, how you would go in, even earlier than security guards sometimes?
Yeah, I like to arrive very early at work, before catering starts. I like to something about arriving in the dark, because the studio's in the dark. And I like to seriously prep and agitate and invigorate the text to feel better, to feel leaner, much more muscular, so that I'm well prepared to play off the ball, you know, and to improvise. You can only break the rules when you know what the rules are. So learn the rules so that you can break them. You can become like an All Black. The All Blacks play on the border of the law all the time. It's a nightmare.
So you've got to finish in school, college, and
yes.
It's a master class. And you're not only just looking at Jamie and what Jamie is doing, but you're also imparting knowledge. Tell us about your finishing college.
So I'm at Jamie at the finishing college, and I teach mastery for corporates, for one-on-ones. I teach self-confidence. I teach presence. I teach how do you live better in your own skin. How do you overcome a nervousness within you where I can't hear you? How do you allow your sound and your instrument to best portray you? How do you leave a searing and indelible impression on an interview, on a person, as you darken the door of the room on the exit? I teach body language, physical phrasing, thinking out the box, better agility, the many, many skills that I've broken down over 36 years.
And who better to teach that than David Genaro himself? Let's then talk about Jamie.
Yes.
Has left Rhythm City. Mm-hmm. Is this the end for Jamie on screen?
Well, it's not the end on screen, but I think it's the end of this character. It's the absolute end. It is the exclamation mark.
So it's not like Stefano Demera that we can see you come back at some point. Because you know how that character gets recreated all the time.
I know. Methinks not. I think it's an absolute end. And I mean, I think it was reason enough for it to be an end and for the audience to feel that. And hence the response from all over the world where ETV and Rhythm City's website just cannot cope. The overload in the response and the trending response and tweeting response has been a mark of the fact that they realize the ball has landed, he is nach.
And what's next for you?
Jamie at the finishing college, spending more time with my mum, being much more selective about the kind of moving pictures that I want to participate in, and I do. I'm very open to that. New projects, but first of all, I need to sit down and scratch my head and look in the mirror and say, Jay, where are we now?
And what kind of work, as you're saying that you're now planning to scrutinize a bit more what you pick, what ideally would be your next move? What character are you hoping to?
I wanted, in the same way that Mike O'Reilly on Isidingo was the most racist Englishman played by an Englishman, which I did for them, I wanted to erase him when I painted David Genaro. And much the same, I would, if the next character I play, if it's got a long haul or a long arc on it, it needs to be something totally different from the mask of David Genaro. And
theatre?
Theatre's great. I love the big roles in theatre because they really bring you to attention. I'd be really well open to doing something special in the theatre.
And looking at the industry, just before I let you go, there's some talk around, royalties and artists saying that they've got to be paid what they truly deserved. And you're one of the legends. You've been in this industry for a very long time now. Is it not painful that artists are still trying to fight for what's due to them, even to this day?
Some of the contracts from, there's not that many producers out there in this country. We're a very small country. Some of the contracts are undeniably very, very poor for the actor. It's almost like a headbutt you know, and you can see an actor that you think has played a huge role in Series 3 or Series 4. In actual fact, because they shot that female actor or shot that male actor to death every day, all day on that location, the actor, she did only 6 calls, but you thought she was the lead. She actually did 6 calls, less agent, less tax. And what she actually got out of that was very, very small indeed.
That's, yeah, quite a sad note to end off there, but that's it for this week's edition of the show. Of course, I know that you wanted more time with Jamie, but as he says, it's not the end. We're still going to be talking to him some more. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bongiwe. Lerato.
Well, catch the repeat of the show at 3 p.m. for me. Have a blessed Sunday.